The mental side of training is just as important as the physical side of training. If you have things in your life that's going really good, it's going to most likely impact your gym results in a positive way. Whereas if things in your life are not going so great, it's most likely going to impact your gym results in a negative way. Whether it's big stress or small stress, you're going to feel it and it's going to take its toll, either now or eventually. So if I show you with a 2.5 pound plate, it's not heavy. I can lift it overhead and just keep it there for quite some time. But the longer I hold it, my shoulder's gonna start burning. And if I hold it longer, my arm's gonna start shaking. And if I keep holding it longer, my arm is just gonna fall off. This is how stress works. It's not just mental, it's literally physiological. Blood flows through your body, and when stress hormones flush out, it's carried all around your body and it's going to fatigue you a lot faster than you normally would, at least in training. This is why I was never able to compete at a high level in wrestling. When I would go into competition, I would fatigue so quick because every single match was the most important thing, and I carried that stress with me. This has been something that's haunted me for years because I knew I had the potential. I was strong, I was fast, at least compared to my opponents. And in the practice room, I could go nonstop 3 hours and not get tired. But as soon as competition hit, I would fatigue prematurely, and it would be the weirdest feeling I ever got. I remember in high school, I went against a kid who went undefeated his entire high school career. His name was Ben Whitford at 125 pounds, I believe. And I wrestled him twice, and both times I was able to take him down in the very first minute. But for some reason, I gassed out completely and I could not continue wrestling. It was just not there physically and mentally. To this day, I can't pinpoint why I experienced so much stress. But if I had to give myself some advice to my younger self, I would say to have more fun and don't worry so much about competition, but gaining experience in a way that I enjoy. I really liked meeting strangers at camps and just wrestling, just chain wrestling, not worrying about the technicalities and the points, but literally just fighting man to man. I genuinely enjoyed it. And I don't know why I didn't do more summer camps. Maybe I was too busy doing other stuff and meeting girls, but if I could just tell myself to experience enjoyment in wrestling, I think that would have just cleared up so much fog in my head and allow me to wrestle the way I wanted to without feeling like I had 100 pounds on my back. The reason I'm making this video is because I receive a lot of questions that are stress-based. I'll get questions like, hey man, I need a front lever, how do I get one? Or, hey, I want a middle split in 6 months, how do I make that happen? Or, I want to muscle up by my birthday, how do I do that? And these questions are stress-based, so they're placing unnecessary pressure on you. And ironically, that's probably going to make you progress slower. All that these goals with a timeline are going to do is just give you unnecessary pressure. And that's going to fatigue you prematurely when you're in your training because you have all this stress just weighing you down as if you're carrying a weighted vest. And you're going to be very confused as to why you're not seeing progress and progressing quickly. So if you're asking questions like that with a timeline, what I would suggest is telling yourself that it's going to take 2 years. And if you've already been at it, it's going to take 2 more years. That's just going to automatically take some stress away because you're not trying to force the movement. Instead, you're going to take a more relaxed approach. And because it's 2 years, I hope you try and find a fun approach. And if you just heard that and said, I'm not going to do that for 2 years, that's good. That's eliminating stress because you just realized it's not that important to you. So to summarize, stress could be negative and it can impact your gym results. So something that I would suggest is try to have as much fun in your gym session as possible by doing things that you genuinely like, whether it's body weight or weight training. Also, you can try this mental trick out. Try telling yourself it'll take 2 years to accomplish your goal. So if it actually does take 2 years, you'll be mentally ready. But if it happens sooner, then you'll be pleasantly surprised. All right, guys, that is all I have. If you like the content, please hit the like button and subscribe if you want to watch more videos like this one. Until next time.